إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فهو المهتد ومن يضلل فلن تجد له وليا مرشدا وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله أرسله بشيرا ونذيرا بين يدي الساعة من يطع الله ورسوله فقد رشد ومن يعصهما فإنه لا يضر إلا نفسه ولا يضر الله شيئا. أما بعد فإن خير الحديث كتاب الله وخير الهدي هدي محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وشر الأمور محدثاتها وكل محدثة بدعة وكل بدعة ضلالة وكل ضلالة في النار أعاذنا الله وإياكم والمسلمون منه. Dear brothers and sisters in Islam, we are in summer, and the summer is a period of vacation, vacation from school in particular for our children. And this period is important in the life of our children as it is part of their annual schedule. And it is very important to remember how we should, as parents and as also kids and youth, invest in this period. And unfortunately, there's few of our kids that miss the use of this period, and so to them, and also to some of the parents. They think that, the vacation, al-utla, is literally so we have nothing to do with them. We have to set them free. They're free. They can do whatever they want. And this is wrong, because our kids go from, a period of, organization, nidam, to chaos, to fawda and la nidam. And they assume responsibility, part of the responsibility, and we too assume or share in that responsibility. And we, in particular, the parents, some of us lack, the planning, etiquettes, that we don't know how to plan the summer. We don't know how to plan the activities of our children. I've heard some parents, but when you tell them, what are you kids doing in the summer, why don't you do this and plan, they say, I don't want to deal with that. I'm happy when they are in school. This is a time for them. They can do whatever they want. And also, because many of us, we don't also have time, due to work and trying to secure a living and all of that. And so when we come home, we're so tired and we don't want, and the first thing we want to deal with is our children. So the easy way out is just go to your Xbox or go watch TV or, go do something. Just move away from me. And so inshallah, what I wanted to share with you today is basically kind of just remind ourselves, all of us together, parents and children, about how to invest in this remaining almost a month of vacation for our children. And then also dawr al-usra, the role of the family, the role of the parent, the father and the mother, in making sure that our kids make or put to the best use their time that they have. And inshallah, we're going to review some concepts. The concept of time, al-waqt, the concept of al-faragh, or just being idle, not having anything to do. And then the concept of tarweeh, to relax and have fun. And then the concept of lahu, or amusement. What does Islam teaches us about these 4 points, and how can we implement the teachings of Islam so that we as parents and our children benefit from the summer. And this is not new. Yani this is part of human nature. Imam Ibn al-Jawzi rahimahullah, he said, رأيت عموم الخلائق يدفعون الزمن دفعا عجيبا إن طال الليل فبحديث لا ينفع وإن طال النهار فبالنوم أو في الأسواق. I have seen the majority of people, basically they're just wasting time. So if it is at night, socialization and staying late at night. And if it is during the day, sleeping. And many of our kids now, if you tell them, Baba, wake up, Baba, do this or do that, why should I get up? I wake up at noon. There's nothing else to do. Meaning what? He doesn't have school, there's nothing else to do in his life. So now, it's time to sleep and it's time to play. So Imam Ibn al-Jawzi, back then, he said that this is what the majority of people did. Nights, socialization. Day, sleeping, or back then, they used to just go, to the markets or the malls, if you like. وَرَأَيْتُ النَّاذِرِينَ Few of them, قَدْ فَهِمُوا مَعْنَى الْوُجُودِ They understood why they are here, why they are on earth, why do they exist. فَهُمْ فِي تَعْبِئَةِ الزَّادِ وَالتَّأَهُّبِ لِلرَّحِيلِ مَشْغُولِينَ So they are in a task of preparing themselves to depart, to go and meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The concept of time in Islam. The Prophet ﷺ said, نعمتان مغبون فيهما كثير من الناس الصحة والفراغ. There are two ni'am, two blessings. And the translation of maghboon is defrauded or cheated. Meaning that you've got something, but some other things, either our own desires, shaitan, the bad friends, come and tell us, well, there's nothing, why do you want to study? Why do you want to go to the masjid? Why do you want to read Quran? Why do you want to memorize Quran? It's time to sleep and play. And so, two blessings, the majority of people are defrauded in them. Number one is health. And two is having free time. And as we know in another hadith, the Prophet ﷺ, each one of us, individually, singly, we will stand in front of Allah and we will not be allowed to go, to move. لا تزول قدم عبد يوم القيامة حتى يسأل عن خمس وفي رواية أخرى عن أربع. And two of the four questions deal with time. Deal with time. عن عمره فيما أفناه وعن شبابه فيما أبلاه. Your life, what did you do with it? And then your youth. Because many of us, and also the way we were brought up, kids and youth, just go, get out of here, go play. There's no room for you. Don't sit with the adults, get out of here, get out. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will hold us accountable. Each and every one of us, we will be asked about our youth. Where did you spend your youth? With the Xbox? In the movie theaters? In the malls? In lahu? Or in obedience of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The other hadith, اغتنم خمسا قبل خمس. And when you look at them also, there are 5 things that we need to invest before other 5 things befall us. And 3 of them deal with time. 3 out of the 5. Number 1, شبابك قبل هرمك. Your youth before you get old. وفراغك قبل شغلك. Free time. You're free, you're idle, no school, no work, before you get busy. وَحَيَاتَكَ قَبْلَ مَوْتِكَ. And then your life, before you depart, and you have no time to make up for it. Umar radiallahu anhu used to say, إِنِّي لَأَكْرَهُ أَنْ أَرَى أَحَدَكُمْ فَارِغًا. I hate to see one of you, he's got nothing to do. And listen to what he says. لا في عمل دنيا ولا في عمل آخرة. He's not in the work of dunya. So it's summer, it's vacation. But I'm applying to schools, to colleges. And I need to pass some tests, or take tests and pass them. I need to prepare myself for those tests. And the summer is the best opportunity to do that. وَلَا فِي عَمَلِ آخِرَةٍ. And not in a deed or an action of the hereafter. Knowing what I'm supposed to be doing. Reading the Quran, understanding the Quran, memorizing the Quran, learning fiqh. Al-Hasan al-Basri, he used to say, أدركت أقواما كان أحدهم أشح على وقته منه على درهمه. I have met some of my elders or my companions. They were so stingy or more stingy with their time than with their money. Get a phone call, let's go here, let's sit at the cafe. You know, I've got something else to do. I am busy. And then في موضع آخر يقول الحسن البصري رحمه الله, to remember, because many of us, we don't think about what makes us. What is my definition? What is it? Some of us, we think physiologically. What am I? Well, I'm a body and a ruh. But there is another definition to us. And he said, يَا ابْنَ آدَمْ إِنَّمَا أَنْتَ أَيَّامٌ. O son of Adam, what you are is a collection, is a set of days. Each one of us, when we come from the wombs of our mothers, the time we will spend on this earth is fixed, is determined, is limited. We can buy more and we can cut it short. And Al-Hasan al-Basri reminds everybody about this concept, that each and every one of us is a collection of days, is a number of days. I'm going to live, for example, let's say, 80, 70 years, times that, turn it into days. That's who I am. That's what I have. هذا رأس مالي. That's my capital. And then he said, كلما ذهب يوم ذهب بعضك. As each day is finished and goes away, part of you is gone. Meaning, if I am 100 days and a day is gone by, I don't have 100 and I can't make that 101. I have 99, and tomorrow I will end up with 98, and so on and so forth until I've got nothing. And so it is very important to remember that time is critical to the Muslim, and it is not to be wasted. الترويح. Many Muslims يقول لك والله يا اخواتو يعني all you want us to do is just Quran وحفظ ومسجد ودعوة. Well, no, that's not what we're asking. Islam is a way of life that is balanced. وسطية. Everything is in equilibrium. We can't we can't move in one direction, meaning every time Quran وعبادات and da'wah, or the other way, or the other extreme again. Everything is just about, I'm working to be admitted to Harvard, or to be this or that. No, it is balanced. I need to know my deen, and I need to be a mu'min that is qawi. Because as the Prophet ﷺ said, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves the believers who is stronger, wealthier, more highly intellectual than the one who is weaker. And in both of them khair. In both types of believers, good. But Islam and Allah cherishes and loves the one who is stronger and better. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, anything you do, even you like to play basketball, you cannot play basketball for an extended period of time. You'll get tired. You see the melon. The Xbox, the same thing. Watching TV, movies, studying, reading the Quran. This is human nature. That is why Hamdallah radiallahu anhu, when he looked at himself and and he remembered how he is with the Prophet ﷺ and how he is in his home, he said, Nafaqa Hamdallah. Hamdallah has committed hypocrisy. And to them, he has to deal with this. So he left his home and he embarked to go to the Prophet ﷺ. And on the way, he met Abu Bakr. I think all of you know this hadith. And then he said, where are you going? He said, I'm going to the Prophet ﷺ. Why? Well, I think I've committed nifaq. What? What do you mean? He said, well, when we are with the Prophet ﷺ and he talks to us about Islam and Jannah, Unar, it is like as we see them. كأننا نراها رأي عين. Abu Bakr as-Siddiq said, yes, me too. That's how I am. When we are with the Prophet ﷺ, that we are at this level. And then when we go to our homes, we play with our spouses and with our kids and we have fun. And so they went to the Prophet ﷺ, and he said to him, to remember and to teach both of them and all Muslims that Islam, the way of life of this deen is a balanced way of life. Work and worship and have fun, but in a balanced manner. And that's what the Prophet ﷺ said. وَالَّذِي نَفْسِي بِيَدِهِ إِنَّكُمْ لَوْ تَدُومُونَ عَلَى مَا تَكُونُونَ عِنْدِي فِي الذِّكْرِ لَصَافَحَتْكُمُ الْمَلَائِكَةُ عَلَى فرشكم وفي طرقكم. That if you were to stay at the same level of iman and piety as you are while you are with me, the angels would shake your hands in your homes and in the streets. And then he said, وَلَكِنْ يَا حَمْدَلَ سَاعَ وَسَاعَ. And some Muslims misunderstand this. They are way on the dunya, and if you tell them, brother, come to the masjid, do this and do that, يقول يا أخي بس ساعة وساعة. ولا even إحنا we added to it. ساعة لدينك وساعة لدنياك. Well, no. What that means is my sa'a wa sa'a is different from your sa'a wa sa'a. Meaning that I need to balance my daily life in between the three elements. My work, my deen, and the deen encompasses everything. And then my tarweeh, my fun. And what is tarweeh? And the definition from our ulama is هو إدخال السرور على النفس والتنفيس عنها وتجديد نشاطها وزمها عن السامة والملل. Is to bring joy to the self. And then to alleviate the pressure of the work and the pressure of the obedience to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وتجديد النشاط. I am in a state, I'm playing basketball, or I am jogging, or I am swimming, or I'm watching a movie, or I'm playing a game. Why? So that لتجديد النشاط. So that after I'm done, I am better fit for my work or for my ibadah. But unfortunately, many of us and many of our children is the other way around. What they want is they want to just get their fingers on the Xbox, get their fingers on the remote, and go to the mall and watch this movie and that movie. And that is not the essence of being a Muslim. And the Prophet ﷺ was a role model in this balancing act. One Sahabi was asked, أَكُنْتَ تُجَالِسُ رَسُولَ اللَّهِ صَلَّى اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِ وسلم. Did you used to socialize with the Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم? قال نعم. كان طويل الصمت. The Prophet ﷺ used to sit with his companions, but he used to be quiet. وكان أصحابه يتناشدون الشعر عنده. And the companions used to recite poetry. ويذكرون أشياء من أمر الجاهلية. And they talk about some of the things they used to do pre-Islam. Many of us, if مثلا I tell you, well, I used to do this, why? Astaghfirullah, astaghfirullah, why did you do that? There's nothing wrong. It's a lesson. And it's an appreciation of the ni'mah that now I have, and where I was, and now where I am. And then he said, وَيَضْحَكُونَ, and then they used to laugh, وَيَتَبَسَّمْ Mustapha sallallahu alayhi wa sallam مَعَهُمْ إِذَا ضَحِكُوا. And then he smiles when they laugh. Abu Darda, he used to say, إِنِّي لَأَسْتَجِمُّ نَفْسِي بِالشَّيْءِ مِنَ اللَّهْوِ غَيْرِ الْمُحَرَّمِ فَيَكُونَ أَقْوَى لَهَا عَلَى الْحَقِّ. I give and I put myself in some lahu غير محرم, some amusement that is not haram. For what? Not for the lahu that is غير محرم, that is okay to do. It has a purpose, so that my nafs is stronger to obey and worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Umar radiallahu anhu used to say, إِنِّي لَيُعْجِبُنِي أَن يَكُونَ الرَّجُلُ فِي أَهْلِهِ مِثْلَ الصَّبِيِّ. And here it doesn't mean that you become a child in decision making. No, in fun. He used to say, I like the man when he is in his home with his family, he is like a youth, like a child. Meaning to have fun, to laugh with them, to joke with them. Well, many of us, we turn our homes into a police station. No laughing, hey, stop, un-Islamic. فَإِذَا بُغِيَ مِنْهُ حَاجَةٌ وُجِدَ رَجُلًا. And if there is something, if he's needed for something, then now he is up to it. He's a man. Ali radiallahu anhu used to say, أَجِمُّوا هَذِهِ الْقُلُوبِ. Give these hearts time to relax, time to have fun. وَالْتَمِسُوا لَهَا طَرَائِفَ الْحِكْمَةِ فَإِنَّهَا تَمِلُّ كَمَا تَمِلُّ الْأَبْدَانِ. These hearts get tired, same way as our bodies get tired. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم ادعوا الله وأنتم موقنون بالإجابة. الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. اللهو in Islam, amusement. When you read about it in the Quran and the Sunnah, you will find that the Quran talks about it min babi dham, from a negative way. Surah Al-An'am, وَذَرِ الَّذِينَ اتَّخَذُوا دِينَهُمْ لَعِبًا وَلَهْوًا. Forsake those who take their deen for play and amusement. Al-An'am, وَمَا الْحَيَاةُ الدُّنْيَا إِلَّا لَعِبٌ وَلَهْوٌ وَلَلدَّارُ الْآخِرَةُ خَيْرٌ لِلَّذِينَ يَتَّقُونَ أَفَلَا تَعْقِلُونَ. So amusement per se in Islam is not cherished, is not encouraged. Amusement is meant so that it helps us charge the battery of Iman, charge the battery of piety, so that we can get back to our dunya and also to the matters of our deen. The Prophet ﷺ said, كل شيء ليس من ذكر الله فهو لهو أو سهو. That's powerful. Everything or anything that does not include or involve the remembrance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is one of two. Either lahu, يعني amusement that is wasteful, or سهو, being forgetful. غير أربع خصال, with the exception of four things. تأديب الرجل فرسه. And this is back then, so مثلا now we can, think of other things that we need to do. I need algebra. I need to brush my skills, calculus or biology or whatever I need, either for my school or my work or around the home or anything. وَمُلَاعَبَةَ أَهْلَهُ, and then his playing with his family, wife and kids. وَرَمْيِهِ بَيْنَ الْغَرْدَيْنِ, and then to be ready. And nowadays, literally what it means is to be physically fit. To be physically fit. Because this body has a right on each and on me. And so one thing that I need to do is to take care of it so that I can worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accordingly and enjoy it. وَتَعْلِيمَ السِّبَاحَةِ, and then learning swimming or learning any type of sport. And this is very important because our kids, all they want to do is just sit in front of a TV. And if you prevent them from that, if they have a cell phone, they're going to download games or stuff or things on YouTube. And so it is very important that we make sure that we encourage them to do things that is very helpful for them physically as well as intellectually. In closing, I'll just leave with you some dawabit, some rules that we need to observe in order to, for this tarweeh, for the amusement or having fun, Islamically correct. Number one, اختيار جماعة الترويح. Who my kids should play مثلا a video game on the Xbox. If a brother, he's a brother, maybe your son. And so your son is going to play with my son. But if my son doesn't pray, you should not have your son play with my son. Because when the time for prayer comes, my son will tell you, son, come on, let's just go. Just this level and we'll pray after that. And then after that level, there is another level. 2, أن لا يكون اختلاط. Mixture between the girls and the boys. When we take them, for example, to gym or to community centers or even in our own homes. And to remember, always keep this hadith in front of your eyes. لأن يطعن, to be poked بمخيط, with a long needle. And for those of you who grew up in the Muslim world, you know these long needles that they used to for sewing. في رأسه خير له من أن يمس جسد امرأة لا تحل له. That to be poked with this long needle in the head, in the brain, is better than touching a woman or a girl that is not your halal. 3, اختيار وقت الترويح. To choose the time. So مثلا Asr is coming or Maghrib is coming and your son comes and says, Dad, can I play now? Say, no. This few minutes or half an hour to Salat, let's wait and let's do something else until we pray. And after the prayer, you can play. 4, that مراعاة مكان الترويح. We have to also respect the place and وعدم الإسراف. And not to overdo it. Many of our kids play, and you probably have heard of kids, of youth, who have died playing non-stop video games to the point that their heart literally stopped. And then the other thing is مراعاة الأخلاق العامة. That when they play, a lot of times our kids lie. His turn is up, and then another kid wants to play. No, I just touched it. I just had, I didn't play, just 5 minutes. And so we can't do that. Because the Muslim is a Muslim in the masjid, at work, in play, at the gym, the same etiquette of the Muslim. اللهم اجعلنا ممن يستمعون القول ويتبعون أحسنه. اللهم اغفر لنا وللمؤمنين والمؤمنات الأحياء منهم والأموات إنك يا مولانا قريب مجيب الدعوات. عباد الله، إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون. اذكروا الله يذكركم وأقيموا الصلاة.